Hello. Good afternoon, my friends. I'm so glad to be here. It's another Tuesday. It's great that every week, as much as possible, I can hop on and say hello to you and connect with you on my Tuesday at 2 Facebook Live videos. So it's always I know last week I was a bit late because of the little escapade with the car. I don't know whether some of you tuned in last week. Hi, Joy. Oh my, I haven't seen you in so long. Hi, Judy. Oh, so great to have you guys hop on. Hi, Kathy. Hi. Yeah, so Tuesday afternoons is a time where I get to share stamping with you guys, where we get to connect. Hopefully my projects inspire you a little bit, and I know quite often you guys inspire me just by what you're stamping and sharing and just connecting with you all. How are you guys all doing? This is just gonna go on forever, it feels like. I guess on the plus side, our family is healthy. Everybody's here at home. Everybody is keeping busy. I'm starting to get a little suspicious about my daughter. Hi, Allison. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Emily. Bonjour. Because she's in her room, up there in her room, working on her schoolwork. So I don't know why it's like when you have toddlers and they're quiet for a long time and you feel suspicious. That's how I feel about my teenager daughter being in her room with the door closed, her laptop's in there, and I guess she's working on schoolwork, but I don't know. But she doesn't really wake up until about like 12 noon. So I'm always very suspicious about how her day and nights are going. But on the one hand, I can't complain. She's healthy. She helps out around the house when I ask her. And, maybe I shouldn't create a problem where there's no problem. Maybe I should just stay here in my craft cave and keep working down here and just assume everything's okay, because there's no crisis here. Everything seems to be kind of going along. Obviously, we're trying to stay home as much as possible. Great, Christina, I saw you hop on. Oh, wow. I should try and send an email right before my Tuesday at 2s regularly. I feel like I get more people hopping on. Great, great, great to see you guys. So, yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know if you guys need anything special that I can help with. I mean, those of you that are local to me, I think tomorrow I might go to Longo's. So if somebody needs something, let me know, because if you're in the area, I don't mind picking it up for you and dropping it on your porch if you need some milk or anything like that. Yeah, maybe you're right, Joy. Don't overthink it. They're all quiet. They're doing their own thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a parent thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope she's not going on to like restricted websites or meeting some predator online, or I don't know. She's just so quiet up there in her room. Anyway, yeah, maybe don't think too much. Okay, so are we ready to do some happy stamping stuff and try to not worry about some of the awful things going on in the world right now? We're going to go into our little escapism and think about happy stamping, which, by the way, I think is a very healthy hobby during this time. I actually feel sorry for people that don't have happy hobbies right now, because they're probably more prone to kind of feeling more anxious and depressed or whatever, but I've got lots down here to entertain me. So a couple of announcements. I'd like to start with a few announcements. So this week is the last week that I'm showcasing the product of the month, the Witty-cism stamp set. So let me get it here. So every week during April, I've been showing a project using this cute Witty-cism stamp set. And I actually think that it is retiring, so it's not going to be available after June the 1st. It is kind of while supplies last. And Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading the comments. I'm so glad you are with me. Stamping keeps us sane. And it's so nice, Joy. You sent out 15 cards last week. That's great. Just make those cards, send them out. I think people appreciate them more than ever now. Yeah, so this is the last week I'm going to be showcasing the stamp set. I can't wait to show you the card that I'm going to stamp today. So just a reminder, my April online ordering special is almost over. It will be closing on April the 30th. So as long as you get your online order in by April 30th and you use the host code, which I did not write on my piece of paper today, but I'll put it in the comments, it's on my blog, whatever. You can find the April host code. And if you use that April host code, you will get, and your order's $50 or more, you will get the make and take supplies for the cards that I've showcased all month using the Witty-cism stamp set. Now, if you do an online order and you're not able to hit the $50 mark, that's okay, because you'll still get the 4 tutorials for the cards. Okay, so let me show you, if you missed joining in. Oh, I think I saw Lynn pop on from up north. Hi, Lynn. I haven't talked to you in a long time. I hope you're well. So this is, I think, the first week in April. We did this cute card. And then the second week, remember I made a whole bunch of these. This was like sweet and speedy cards, I call them, when I just used our little scallop note cards and I pumped out a whole bunch of these. And then last week, I used the cactus in the stamp set. So these are the supplies that I will mail to you if you place an online order, $50 or more, so that you can recreate the cards. If you don't have exactly the same stamp set, although I'd recommend getting the Witty-cisms one, obviously, because I'm showcasing it, because it's so cute and it's retiring. You won't be able to get it later. So that was last week's card. So what I do when I send the free kits in the mail, just so you know, I pre-cut everything. So I die cut everything for you. I include the little bit of embellishment and twine. So all you have to do is stamp. You use your own stamps and your own ink to finish up the cards, right? If there's any designer series paper, I would have cut that and included it in the packet for you. Okay, so this week, this is the last chance to take advantage of the April online ordering special. Other news on things is that I am continuing to do my classes all online, all virtual. So my next upcoming class that you can register for, it's actually the last chance to register, is my first Monday of the month technique class. It's been a tradition for a very long time, so I couldn't give it up during the pandemic. We're still going to do technique class. And technique class, there's always something new to be learned. There's always something a little bit funky, a little bit different. So we're going to do some fun folds on the first Monday of the month. I guess that's May the 4th. That class is $25 or absolutely free if you place a minimum $30 order at the time of the class. So let me do a quick showcase of one of the cards. Okay, a quick drive-by of the cards that we're going to make. Oh, Charlene, hi. I think I saw a text come through from you and I meant to like take some proper time and reply, and I think the world got away from me. So Charlene, I am going to text you back. I'm glad you hopped on to remind me. Okay, and then this one, another fancy fold for technique class. Okay, and then this is my favorite, mostly because I like the sentiment on it. I don't know if you can see it. Far apart but close at heart. Isn't that a great card for this time? And it's got a fun fold inside, sort of like a kite. Okay, so those are the cards that we're going to be doing at technique class. So if you're interested, make sure to register. I'm cutting the paper hopefully tonight or first thing Thursday morning. So I'm hoping to get to it today. So please register for that. I have a masculine card class coming up at the end of the month. My Sweet and Simple masculine card class is perfect for those of you who just want to relax and stamp and have some card pieces cut out for you. Because we have to get ready for Father's Day and the men in our lives. And if you're like me, the men always get shafted. I never make enough cards for the men. I'm always making cards with flowers and hearts and beautiful patterned flower paper. So this is the one time a year that I am consciously thinking about the men. So the last Wednesday of May is always my man class. And I always put a disclaimer. my man class does not include any male models at the class. So I don't know, but now that we're doing it online, maybe I could like put up a picture of Ryan Reynolds or something, or anyway. Okay, distraction. So I just changed the pricing a little bit for my Sweet and Simple Man class. Normally it's $20 or free with a minimum $25 order on the night of the class, but since we're not actually getting together, I thought maybe it would be easier for my man class if it's just a flat $20. You get the make and take supplies for 4 cards. Here's a quick drive-by on some of the cards there. Whoa, whoa, this one's sideways. Oh, upside down. Doo-doo-doo. And then this one. So good for the men in our lives. That's 3 of them. The 4th one is somewhere. I don't know. And but the $20 will include an ink pad of your choice. Okay, so any classic ink pad. If you don't have it, I would suggest the Early Espresso because that I am going to be using that color quite a bit. Either Early Espresso or Basic Gray for that class. But you can, if you already have those colors, you can pick another ink pad of your choice for my man class. Okay, and then the last class I want to tell you about is my Mountain Air class. So that one is going to use the Mountain Air stamp set, very nature, also appropriate for men. Do I have a sample of that? I don't know. Here's one of the cards, quick drive-by. So good for those who love the outdoors, and it's good to use a stamp set. It just challenges me to use a stamp set that doesn't involve flowers, hearts, flourishes, that sort of thing. Okay, so I'll put the info for that. If you're on my newsletter list, you will have gotten emails about it. If you're not on my newsletter list, you should join because I usually use that as a great way to communicate. Okay, so we've got lots of things coming down the pipe. I am adjusting to doing only virtual classes, but I'm telling you, when we are finally able to gather, I will be like jumping off the roof. I will be so happy. I'm actually kind of wondering what to do about my stamp camp in June, and there are some ideas percolating. You know, where you could still come and stamp, but I would have time slots and people would just kind of stamp, take the pieces and leave, and I'll do the actual showing of the cards on some sort of online format. So I might do something like that for my June stamp camp because we cannot have a new catalog come and not do a stamp camp, right? Because the new catalog is around the corner. So anyway, those are all the thoughts percolating in my mind. It is keeping my brain active. I hope all of you during this time are still finding ways to kind of keep your brain active and not get too discouraged by the things going on. Very grateful for the fact that we can still connect this way. This is better than nothing, my friends. So why don't we get to the stamping? Are you guys curious what the last project is for the Witty-cism stamp set? I actually love it. I'll give you a bit of background on how I came up with this card. On our team Stick Stampers, so you know, just my stamping family, my stamping team, we've been doing a fun activity called the Secret Sister program. So everybody who wanted to participate was kind of matched up with a secret sister, and it was just a way that we could send and receive cards within our team. Of course, it's a bit stressful now that the mail's gone all wonky because everything's a little slower and everything. So I think some secret sisters haven't gotten a card yet, so that's a bit sad, but it doesn't mean they're not cared for. Their card could have gotten lost, could have taken longer. Literally, I sent something just to Toronto. From Markham to Toronto, it's not that far. And when I was talking with someone, it sounded like it was completely lost in the mail. It had been 3 weeks since I sent it. But it just arrived at her door today, so maybe 3.5 weeks or something. So the mail is really crazy. Anyway, so we had this and so whoever got a card from their secret sister, they would post it on our Team Stick Facebook group so we can see all the different cards people are receiving and everything like that. And so one of the cards I saw used the Witty-cism stamp set. I don't know who made it, so I can't give them credit because, you know, secret sister, it's secret. I guess I'll find out later. But I loved it. So I think I modified it a tiny bit from what it was, but I loved it. And so I thought I would share it with you guys today. Okay, so why don't we flip the camera over and do some stamping. Hi, Shelly. How are you out there in Alberta? Okay, let's see. I don't want to make you too dizzy when I do the flipperoo. Sorry, I'm not super tech savvy, so that's why we have to kind of do it this way. with my little mount, very carefully, trying not to drop my phone and all that jazz. Okay, let's see if we can get rid of some of that shadow. And I should write the host code for you guys. Okay, so just remember that any online orders, let me grab my glasses, any online orders using the April host code will get you a gift. And if your order is over $50, you'll actually get the make and take supplies. So let me jot down my website here. It's Genevieve. I don't know why I'm having trouble checking that I spelled my name right. Okay, genevieve.stampinup.net. Okay, there we go. And then I'll look for the host code and jot that down for you. But you can just hit the shop now button if you want to order anything. We've got lots of things on the retiring list. The retiring list means that things will not be coming back in the next catalog. Some things are on sale, so you're definitely going to want to browse and let me know if you want anything. I'm going to use the Witty-cism stamp set, and I will start with Whisper White thick cardstock. So, oh, I have one cut already. I might actually have one cut. I keep a lot of scrappy things in here, but no, I think I'm going to cut it because I'm actually going to make 2 cards. I have a bit of an idea, so you'll have to follow along with me on my journey of what I am making today, because if you're on my newsletter list, you will have seen that Stampin' Up! Today announced a fundraiser, and they are selling a digital stamp set, which basically means it's a digital download of a whole bunch of fun images and sentiments. Oh, you can see it peeking over here. So I'll show you guys that a bit later. So I thought I would kind of use this card design and use both stamp sets, the digital one and the Witty-cisms one. So I cut the Whisper White cardstock in half at 5.5, and I'm scoring it at 4 1/4. I love that our trimmer has a scoring blade and a cutting blade. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sponge dauber. Okay, I think they come in a package of 6 or something like that, the sponge daubers. And I'm using our Granny Apple Green ink, okay, which is a bright, cheerful color, which is, we all need a little bit of cheerfulness. Okay, and all I'm doing is dabbing the ink sponge dauber into the ink, and I'm just putting dots onto my paper randomly. Okay, so this is actually really fun because it doesn't have to look perfect. You don't have to measure. Nothing has to be equidistant. It's okay. We are being random and crazy. Woo! Okay. This is as much excitement as we get. Okay, that I might have gone a little dot crazy. I think my original sample didn't have quite so many dots. But you get the idea. But I'm going to make 2, okay? You guys know how I like to do that sometimes, make multiples, okay? Because then it takes less time to dig out all your supplies. You can just go, 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 okay? So this is a fun way to use sponge daubers. Of course, there's different ways to use sponge daubers, but I'm just using it to create a fun little polka dot pattern on my card. Isn't that cute? So easy, so easy. Okay, I'm going to close up my ink pad. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my trimmer again. Since we're using Granny Apple Green ink on the dots, I'm going to use some Granny Apple Green cardstock. So bright and cheerful. I am running low. I'm going to need to buy more. Okay, so I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. So this side is 4 1/4. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. By 3 inches. Okay, and I may as well cut 2 of them because I have an idea. 4 1/4 by 3. Okay. This color is so fun. So fun, so cheerful. Okay, and then just to add a little bit of texture, I am going to run it through with an embossing folder, which I have taken out ahead of time. And hopefully I can find it here. I'm using the corrugated embossing folder. Okay, so let's see if we can get it out. This embossing folder is retiring, so it won't be available for long. It's just available while supplies last. What's it called? Corrugated dynamic textured embossing folder. Okay, so it just makes kind of like a bumpy embossed look on it. I'm trying to decide which way I want it to go. I think I want it to go this way. So what we're going to do, it's actually on sale right now as a last chance item. I think it's only $11 Canadian or something like that. Okay, and then we're going to get our big shot out. So remember, retiring items are only while supplies last. Okay, and then we're going to pop this in here. And then if you have the big shot, you'll need the blue pad for this one. Our new emboss. I think we need the blue pad for this one. Let's try it and see. Or not. Hang on. Might just need the regular one. Here we go. Yeah, you can feel the tension as it goes through the big shot. What's the right plate to use? So running it through here is just basically a press. And it creates this corrugated look on the paper. Okay, so I'm going to run a second one through just so that I can fulfill my plan of doing 2 cards today to show you. Because I'm cutting, I may as well do it at the same time. Okay, you guys still tracking with me there? I don't know what the weather is like over there. Over here in Markham, I think the sun's trying to come out, but it's not that cheerful today. Okay. Although it's hard to tell because I'm in my basement. I'm in the craft cave, so it's always kind of dark and cold down here. Sometimes I'm not in touch with reality when I'm in my craft cave in the basement. Okay, so this is I'm gonna put it a bit on an angle like that. Where's my snail? I know I took it out. Oh, adhesive. There you go. Okay, so here's our adhesive, and I'm gonna it's a little hard on this bumpy corrugated background, but we'll try our best there. Okay, maybe it's easier if I actually put the adhesive on here. See if that works. Okay. It's not sunny there either, eh, Lynn? I know. Maybe the sun will come. Okay, and then I am going to use our 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to punch a circle out here. I'm going to do 2, as I told you, doing 2 cards. Oops, sorry, my little... If this ever happens to you, your punches, and this pops out, I'm going to give you a tip, okay? Because sometimes at my classes, people pop it in the wrong way. Okay? The side that the little doohickey, the part that sticks out, the side where it's closest to is the side that's closest to you when you put it in. Okay? So that's how you get it back in. Okay, so let's pump. Oh, I have 2. Here's 2 Whisper White circles. And then we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to use basic black. Okay, so let me get my basic black cardstock here. Okay, I always keep little scraps, so let's see if any of these scraps will meet our 2-inch need. How do you guys store your scraps? I would love to hear. I would love to hear how you store your scraps, because that is like a beast here in my craft cave. How I try to use as much of the scraps as I can, because I feel like that's a good economical thing to do. But okay, so let's use our featured stamp set, the Witty-cisms one. Oh, Benjamin likes the corrugated cardboard. That's good. It is very kind of boyish and fun and textured. Okay, so I'm going to finally use the taco one. Taco Bout Awesome. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? So cute. Okay, so let's put our stamp on here. And we're going to use, I'm going to use just the Memento black ink. Tried and true here. And you know that this is the ink of choice when we're coloring with the blends markers. Okay. Oh, you store your scraps in Ziploc baggies. Okay, that's an idea. Okay, there you go. And I'm not going to stamp the other one. And I'll show you why after. Okay. Scraps in an accordion file. Okay, organized by color. Yeah, keep sending me the ideas because I'm always open to learning new ideas. Okay, so this should be dry now. I'm going to show you how I'm going to color it. I am going to use the Pool Party Light, little bit of Daffodil Delight Dark, yep, and I need the Daffodil Delight Light. So if you guys have been tracking with what's going on with Stampin' Up, they are changing how they're selling the blends markers. So in the current catalog, you can buy just a light marker, or you can buy just a Daffodil Dark and just a Pool Party Light. But they've noticed that most people just buy it in combos. People tend to buy in combos. So in the new catalog, you're only able to buy in packs of 2. So it'll always be light and dark together, light and dark together. So if you're like me, I do tend to use light a little bit more. I would hop on and shop on the retiring list. Just go to my website here, genevieve.stampinup.net. You can browse what colors there are and things. You're going to want to stock up on the colors that you use the most if you're kind of using one more than the other. So I'm actually doing some Pool Party Light around, actually I think I'm going to go with the brush tip. Okay, around the taco. Okay, it's just kind of fun. It just gives a little bit of shadowing around the taco. Okay, so I'm going in a circular motion. Am I still in the camera here? Yep. Okay, so I'm kind of going in a circular motion. Okay, and then I'm going to color the taco with the Daffodil Delight Light. Okay, going again, circular motion. Look at how cute this little taco guy is. Who would not want to get this card and get this creation from you and be reminded that they're awesome, right? You can never go wrong letting someone know that they're awesome. I think everybody always appreciates a few words of affirmation, and at a time like this, and it doesn't hurt to be kind. So there's a little bit of lettuce in our taco. So I'm going to take the Granny Apple Green to match with our Granny Apple Green here, and I'm going to color this tiny bit of lettuce with the Granny Apple Green. It's just tiny. There. Okay, and let's put it together. Okay, so here's our card. I think it's going to be something like this. Okay, whoa, maybe that's a little more of an angle than I wanted, but that's okay. Okay, and I'm going to give it a little bit of texture. I'm going to pop it up. Oh, hi, Joy. Okay, I see your message there. Yeah, give me a call. If you want to sign up for technique class, I'd be happy to have you join in. Although I'm sad that I won't see you in person, but seeing you on Zoom is still pretty good. Okay, so we'll put that like that, okay? We'll pop it up. Joy, are you still working? Maybe you're gone already. Okay. Okay. There we go. Isn't that a super cute card? Okay, and then of course I can't handle it. I have to have an embellishment. So I'm going to use some of the Whisper White twine, which if I'm not mistaken is also retiring. I can't believe they're retiring this basic staple. But I remember talking to one of the Stampin' Up staff when I was on one of the incentive trips or something. I mean, there's no real secret. If an item doesn't sell, it usually retires. That's basically how it is. So even though I use Whisper White twine a lot, I guess maybe other people don't. And I just could not keep them. I obviously didn't use enough Whisper White twine to keep it going. There, see, I think it really, just that little bow there gives it a little bit of oomph, a little bit of excitement. Okay, what do you think of the card? Let me show you all our Witty-cisms cards that we did this month all together so you can kind of see. It just shows, like, even though one stamp set You think you can't do much with it, but then it's kind of fun. Since I've been starting my product of the month, you start to realize one stamp set can take you a long way, right? Because there's this card that we made today, this card which we made last week, okay, and this one the week before. Okay, there seems to be a green theme here, which I didn't realize. And then where's our last one? Where's our little berry card? Hello? Oh, here it is. It was hiding upside down. Okay, so if you would like to receive this class in the mail, basically all the pre-cut card pieces and the embellishments and everything, if you want to receive that in the mail, all you have to do is just head to my online store, genevieve.stampinup.net, click the Shop Now button. I would suggest, if you want to make the cards exactly as I did, to pick up the Memento black ink pad if you don't have one, and the very cute Witty-cism stamp set before it's gone. And then you can use your own little markers and coloring in things and your ink to finish it off. But I would include all the little embellishments and things like that. Okay, so that's how you get that. Now, are you curious what I'm going to do with this one over here? This one that I started? I am going to show you the brand new digital stamp set that Stampin' Up! Released today. And let me tell you about it, okay? I don't know, did I build up the suspense? Okay, so basically, Stampin' Up! Was really looking for a way to give back. And so occasionally they'll do something called a product give back, where they sell a product and a portion of the cost of that product they will donate to a charity. So I love being part of an organization that is always looking for ways to give and to serve. Actually, that's one of the huge reasons that I decided to stay with Stampin' Up! Is because it aligns so well with my personal philosophy of wanting to serve and using whatever gifts and talents we have to serve. So but they knew that developing a new stamp set would take time, and they wanted to get something out fast. So what they did is they had their artists design a digital download. And so with this digital download, you get 15 pages of all different, they're mostly sentiments. I mean, there are some little images, and of course, it speaks to our current life situations. So toilet paper is one of the digital images. So I believe it's only $12 to get this download, and 100% of that $12. So I don't get any commission. Stampin' Up! Doesn't take a cut of the $12. The full 100% of the $12 goes to the charities. So they've chosen two charities. They're global, worldwide charities. One is the World Health Organization. They have a special sort of COVID situation sort of fund. And then the other one is United Way. So United Way has also they're doing a global collection kind of thing, but it's going to be distributed to local communities. So you can choose, when you're buying your download, you can choose whether you want your $12 to 100% go to World Health Organization, or 100% go to the United Way, or half and half. I think you can even choose half and half. Okay, so let me just show you, okay? So this is page 1, okay? It's so cute that toilet paper's involved. Hi, Mary. Thanks, Kathy, for telling me you like the cards. I'm glad you like them. There's another little peek at it. I think Mary just joined in so she can see what we made. But look at this one. I'm smiling under this face mask. And then this one, my hands miss feeling moisturized, and my heart misses you. Okay, so how it works, the download, is that you can download it and then you can print it on your printer however you want. So I just did it on regular copy paper, which isn't the best. You could actually print it. It would have been better to print it on cardstock, but since I was just testing it out, I wasn't sure if I had my printer set up correctly and all that. I just wanted to try it on copy paper. Okay, look, I can't wait to social undistance with you. I can think of many friends I would love to send this to because I think we're all going a little stir crazy. But I was thinking, so let me see, I was thinking of using this one on today's card here. So let's see how that would work. I have some thoughts because I have used kind of this kind of paper before. This is just copy paper. It probably would. I like it that some of them are just in black, but some of them are in the Stampin' Up! Colors. Can you see that? So this is, I mean, my printer's not perfect, but you can kind of see that that's Pool Party, Old Olive, you know, Petal Pink, Rich Raspberry. You can kind of see we've got the Stampin' Up! Colors there, which makes it fantastic for coordinating with our cardstock. And some of the images are actually meant to coordinate with our punches and our dies. So it actually comes, the first two sheets actually include kind of like a little guide of which things coordinate with what. So this probably is supposed to coordinate with a die. But what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to see whether it will work with my punch. See that? So I can stick it in and punch it out. But my experience is that using our punches, they're not meant to be used on really thin copy paper. So I always find it works better if I put a piece of cardstock behind the copy paper. So, I mean, the best thing is if you can, you know, print it out on our lovely cardstock to begin with, or something heavier. But anyway, I printed it out on just our regular copy paper. But before I punch it out, I put one of our cardstocks behind, because then it just punches so clean and sharp. Do you know what I mean? And so that way I could actually glue it onto the cardstock if I wanted it a little more sturdy. So that's what I'm going to do because I don't think it'll look good. It's not going to be nice if I don't put this behind. I think it'll be too flimsy, a little see-through or whatever. So where did I put my snail? Yeah, there's even a little thing about flattening the curve. Hello, snail. It's always like this. Hello. Oh, here you are. Okay. So let's glue that on. Okay, and I was thinking this is great for my classes actually. If anybody who signs up for a class, if you just go ahead and download this, then you'll already have some lovely sayings that you can put. Okay, so let's use our dimensionals here and put this on. See, the colors kind of match, right? The granny apple green. Okay, so let's do that. There, you are essential to me. And then I think I would cut out the one underneath that says 6 feet apart, still in my heart. Okay, so see how you can just take the same card design, right? And then you can just use a different sentiment, a different saying. So I just wanted to show you guys this really nice. And so, okay, so the idea with the download, right, is that it's not like you buy a download and then you share it with all your friends and neighbors. The idea is to raise money. So everybody should be buying their own download and then you can use it for your own personal purposes. So I will not be printing these out and including these things in my kits that I'm mailing out. The idea is that because Stampin' Up! Wants to raise as much as they can. But like, look at this, 6 feet apart, but still in my heart. I could totally like glue that on the inside. Stay safe, flatten the curve, stay apart. Okay, this one's hilarious. Have another quarantini. It's like a normal martini, but you drink it at home alone. Okay, so isn't that kind of crazy? It's so cute. Speaks to the times, and it gives us an excuse to just send something to our friends. We can put it to our cards. We can add it to this would be great for some things that we could put on our scrapbooks. So for those of you that are scrapbooking, I hope you're still taking pictures and still documenting the memories related to this time, because this is something to remember. This is kind of historic. We're living through it right here. Things I miss, touching my face and you, right? So yeah, even just basic sayings. I miss you so much. Hang in there. Quarantine and chill and know we're thinking of you. Stay safe. Stay home. Oh, I love this one. I changed out of my night pajamas into my day pajamas to send you this card. Okay, so anyway, I hope I've given you just a little glimpse of this fun digital download that you can get for just $12. 100% of your payment for this digital download goes directly to the two charities I mentioned. You can choose which one. Okay, so I guess that's what I wanted to share today. Let me flip this around. Da-da-da. Hi, Marjorie. Okay, let me turn on some light here. See, I'm very grassroots. I don't have any fancy equipment or anything, but I'm still happy that I get to share with you. I hope you loved my projects as much as I loved making them for you. And yeah, stay safe, everyone. Great to connect. And I will be back on next week, Tuesday at 2, to show next month's product of the month. I already know what I'm going to do. I'm almost 100% sure. There's a stamp set that I want to use next month. I might get swayed between now and next week, but you'll just have to tune in next week, Tuesday at 2, and find out. Okay, bye everyone. Have a good Tuesday. See you later. Thanks, Karen. It is fun, Lynn. Yeah. You're welcome, Kathy. Bye.